Adam Gravitz Sports Show.
Back when you were in college, it was perfect because then you could just go right from there to the bar. But like,
yeah,
when you work for a living, it's like going to a 9 p.m. Maryland game sucks.
Well, nothing's wrong with going to a college basketball game.
No, but not 9 p.m. on a Tuesday.
It's all right. It's only Tuesday because you let it be a Tuesday.
What I'm saying is, if you have like an actual job, like you don't really want to go to a 9 p.m. game on a Tuesday.
Okay, but it's special. It's like going to a concert.
I guess. Yeah, but you would rather enjoy a 7 than a 9.
Well, I don't know, you're rushing from work. It kind of messes up your afternoon. You're fighting with rush hour traffic.
You don't want to do a 9 o'clock game during the week.
What's happening?
If you don't have to go to work, then fuck it.
But even if you go to work, you're tired for one day. Who cares?
I don't know. It's not the best.
Look, you can't live your life worrying about being tired.
That's fair.
All right, what's happening, party people? Welcome to the Adam Gravitz Sports Show. This is Jack. Say hello, Adam.
What's going on, everyone? Can't believe it's already the end of January. It's kind of crazy.
This month just disappeared, man.
I know, and you know what that means when we start February. That means it's almost Super Bowl time. So we'll do our more in-depth Super Bowl preview next week because there's no point doing one now because you got 2 weeks.
This is the rare month where we have 5 episodes in 1 month.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, obviously Philadelphia and Kansas City made it. We can do a brief recap. I mean, the NFC Championship game was a dud. I mean,
it was a disaster.
Once Brock Purdy got hurt, it wasn't watchable. But that being said, I'm not going to put all the not blame, but I'm not going to be like, oh, well, the Eagles only won because of that. I mean, the 49ers self-destructed. They committed a lot of stupid penalties, especially on defense. And then they lost their cool at the end. Eagles deserved to win the game. So,
yeah,
that was that. I think I picked the Niners to win that game, so that shows how much I know. And then in the AFC, great game, Chiefs, Bengals. I will say this in both games. I think you probably would agree the officiating was pretty shitty. In the Niners game, they lost it basically because – not lost it, but like once Kyle Shanahan didn't challenge that fourth down supposed completion of Devontae Smith, it was over there because I don't know what he was doing. And then in the Bengals game, I don't know. There was just missed calls all over the place and, all that stuff. But like all the Bengals fans that are crying right now, it's like you had the ball with 2.5 minutes to go with Joe Burrow with 3 timeouts.
You do not give the ball back to
I'm just saying,
Pat Mahomes.
You have no excuse. Like you can say whatever, this, that, and the other. But not blew it, but they had a chance to win it.
They could have ended the game with the ball in their hands.
Right. So they have no excuse. I mean, people that are blaming Joseph Osai for that late hit, like, fuck off. Like he played probably the best of anybody on their defense. And again, unless you played football, you don't like your brain isn't like always computing exactly what's going on when you're that close to the sideline. Like he made a mistake. Like, I thought it was kind of tasteless by what CBS was doing, just like showing him crying. I thought that was kind of fucked up. But
I do appreciate his teammates had his back, which is nice.
Did you see the other video of like one of his teammates being like?
But the other guy apologized. He apologized.
Yeah, but But the point is, okay, I know one of the teammates did, but I'm saying like it's kind of fucked up still for one of them to scream and yell at him. But Kansas City won despite like every one of their wide receivers going down with injury. But you know what? Hate to say it, this is what you get when you acquire Kadarius Toney. You know that like as soon as he walks off the bus, he's already like hurt.
He's already questionable. He's a perma questionable.
That dude's made of glass, and McCole Hartman had missed like the last 5 games also, and so like not surprising that he also got banged up again. Like I said, we'll get more into a more in-depth Super Bowl preview, but like it's hard for me to pick a winner right now because you don't know the health of the receiver.
We got to see, and also we have to see how healthy Mahomes is still.
In 2 weeks he'll be better.
Okay, so I think we got the best result we could have asked for from a.
Yeah, I'm rooting for the Chiefs. I'm going to say that I am rooting for the Chiefs.
Yeah, and again, even if the 49ers had figured out some way to fight their way to the finish and win somehow, their quarterback needs Tommy John surgery. Like that's not great.
Right. But we don't talk much. Again, we can discuss this more next week when it's week of the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So what else do we have? What else? Where do you want to go next?
No, we talked footballs. We have also in the NFL a trade happened where Sean Payton is back in coaching.
Yeah, he's coaching. I mean, it seems weird because apparently, like, when he was coaching the Saints and they needed a quarterback, he had no interest in Russell Wilson, and apparently he was like not the biggest fan of Russell Wilson when he was on.
He does love short quarterbacks, though.
It seems like weird. It doesn't seem like the best fit, but no, I mean, look, not surprising that the richest owners were able to give the I mean, he's a hell of a coach.
So,
look, going from Nathaniel Hackett to Sean Payton is like going from a DC prostitute in the Southeast to Margot Robbie.
Okay.
What?
I don't know.
What?
No, it's McDonald's to prime rib. It's fine.
What did I say that was wrong? How was that a wrong?
It's fine.
What's wrong? No, what's wrong with the comp? Because I didn't want to use a food comp. Why?
I like food comps better than prostitution and objectifing women. It's fine.
It's not. Oh my god, geez, whatever.
I have a question though. Why did there have to be a trade? Why did the Saints still own rights?
He's still under contract with the Saints.
But didn't he quit? Like, what? They're not paying him, right?
Yes, I think they were paying him
to not do anything,
or something. He was under contract with the Saints. He couldn't just leave.
He was under their control.
Yes, he was under their team control. Yes.
Interesting. Honestly, I would have stuck. I would have done nothing and collected my checks, but that's him.
The first round pick. It's a good trade. I mean, look, the Saints get a first round pick and a second round pick out of it.
Mm-hmm.
The Broncos have no draft picks now, basically. So better pray that he can really fix Russell. But I will say this: they do have on paper they have a very good roster.
Well,
like Javonte Williams comes back from injury. You've got two good receivers in Judy and Sutton. You have already a very good defense. You just need a coach. Like Nathaniel Hackett was horrific. Like he was absolutely horrific. So this should be on paper a huge upgrade. And then also D'Amico Ryans to the Texans.
Yeah,
that's a great hire.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Texans, if I'm buying stock in somebody, like that's a team I'm buying stock in. You have a ton of first round picks, a ton of cash, and you're in a really shitty division.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what the Jaguars did. Like the Colts are an abject disaster.
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee is going to be rebuilding much quicker sooner rather than later because they have no quarterback. And you have the second pick in the draft, and you have the 12th pick in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
And you have 2 first-round picks next year. And like an extra second and a third. So, yeah, this is a good get. If he hires the right guys on offense, they're going to be better sooner rather than later. That's all I'm going to say. Like it's better. And also, like I said, it helps to be in one of the crappiest divisions in
must be nice.
In any sport.
Must be nice.
So, good hires for both. I think it's good moves by both teams.
Agreed.
Good move by both.
Okay, speaking of the opposite of good moves, conventional wisdom would say that if your team is up by 3 points with 2, 3, 4 seconds left, you could foul the other team and put them in a spot to shoot.
You do foul. You do foul. When it's 5 and under, I think you foul.
You foul them to make them hit 2 free throws, and you're still winning by 1 and presumably get the ball back, and then you're in a good shot, and you kill the clock.
Then even if you miss the free, right, I know what you're saying. Yes.
But there's also a universe where a coach can declare that, yes, we want to foul up 3 with 10 seconds left.
That is correct.
Can you tell me about such a team and a scenario and what ends up happening to that team?
Last Saturday, Florida State played Clemson. I knew it was even though you knew it was going to be a close game because Vegas had it as like a 2-point line and Clemson was ranked 20th.
Mm-hmm.
And Florida State was 7-14. So, like, you knew it was going to be a close game. Florida State got off to their traditional, like, shitty start. It was 11-0. I'm like, this is fun. Mm-hmm. Thankfully, they came back, and then from about the 12-minute mark of the first half till the end of the game, they played within, like, a 6-point window. So, it was a great game, back and forth. So, I'm watching it, whatever. Florida State gets a 3-point lead, 80-77, I believe. Yeah, 80-77.
Okay.
With about 10 seconds to go.
Yeah.
So you would think, all right, you try to play the defense. If they hit the 3, okay, so be it. You'll still get the last shot.
Alternative, yeah.
Or you at worst, you're going overtime.
Also, you play good defense to a point, and then when you get to about three seconds, then you foul.
Right. If you're playing good defense and they're nowhere near like getting a shot off, then you foul them with like 4 or 5 seconds to go, and then they have to shoot free throws. Now, Grant, Clemson, by the way, one preface is Clemson's the top 5 free throw shooting team in America.
Sure.
What does Florida State instead do up by 3? Immediately intentionally foul with 10 seconds to go. Okay, that's one way of doing it. Of course, the Clemson guy makes 2 free throws. Okay, fine. I'm okay with that. Not the smartest move by any means, but whatever. So you think, all right, Florida State, get the ball to your best free throw shooters, your guards I think they have 2 guards who are shooting like 80%. No, what does Florida State do? They inbound it to their freshman center who hadn't taken a free throw all day. So that's cool. He goes 1 of 2. You have a 2-point lead with about 7.5 seconds to go.
Yeah.
All right. Just got to play some defense. Nope. What does Florida State do? They let Clemson go the length of the court and get an and 1. Now, I want to preface it again by also saying there was no foul. It was one of the worst officiating games. The AC officiating sucks.
It was the expectation foul?
Like, he did not touch him. He didn't touch him.
That was the anticipation foul?
Yeah, it was one of those. Yeah, exactly. Guy, of course, hits the free throw. 82-81 Clemson. 4.5 seconds to go. Florida State, in their typical way, just doesn't get a shot off. So they lose the game. When I think if you go to like the ESPN projection in terms of like what percent chance they had to win, it was like 92%.
Mm-hmm.
So that was cool. They interview brilliant Leonard Hamilton after the game, and he was like, "Yeah, that was what my plan was to foul." I mean, dude, I'm all for fouling when there's 5 seconds and under, and you have a 3-point lead. Not with 10. It was just so stupid, and it was so frustrating because it's like, I don't know, man. Like, he just needs to retire. I'm sorry, dude. Like, I know he's done so much for my school in basketball, but he's got to retire, Jack. It's like, you got to. I'm sorry. Like, this is 2 years in a row now of not making the tournament. You got to retire. Like, he's on pace for his worst season in 20 years at Florida State. Got to go. Am I wrong?
Yeah, it might be time to gracefully go into the sunset.
70s. Like, stop. Him and Jim Boeheim need to do like a dual retirement.
They'd have a good boys' night out. Yeah.
I will say one thing. At least Hamilton's not a dickhead like Jim Boeheim. Did you see that? Jim Boeheim is such an asshole.
How so?
I don't know about that guy. I can understand why he's universally hated and why him and like Krzyzewski were best friends.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick story. Last night, apparently, like one of their starters didn't play, and so somebody asked like, why didn't so and so play? And he was a dick, and he was like, oh, we gave him a personal day. He's just, you know what it is? He's such a sanctimonious prick about everything. Go look up Jim Boeheim like press conferences and just you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. He demeans anyone that asks him a question because he thinks like because he's been there for 150 years that he knows more about everything than simple-minded journalists. He's just an asshole. Like I understand if you're a Syracuse person, you defend him till whatever.
Yeah.
My God, is he like seriously? He is a piece of shit.
He's insufferable for normal folks like you and me.
He is such an insufferable asshole. But yeah, so Florida State lost. It was one of those games where it's like I was just in shock because I'm just like, this is the dumbest. It's like there's a reason why certain teams win and certain teams don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was just so stupid. It was just such bad, dumb basketball IQ play. So
I feel you.
That's that. So that was fun.
Okay. Well, very good. Thank you for your feelings and thoughts and prayers. You're playing smart and good basketball. Your Wizards, who you buried, are in the midst of a 6-game winning streak.
Yeah.
Right. Denny's been on fire since Tommy declared he made the move to give him playing time, averaging 15 and 10. He had career high 25 points last night, almost had a double-double.
Okay. I think we got first off, before we anoint them, whatever.
They're a rocket ship, unstoppable.
You got to look at who they played. I mean, I think they played the Rockets, the Spurs, I mean the Pelicans without Zion.
Okay.
Again, I know you want to. Okay, I am resigned to the fact that this team is going to do exactly what we both don't want, and that is they will make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Lose their first round pick because it's given to the Knicks.
Yeah.
Lottery protected.
Yeah.
They will lose the first round in 4 or 5 games to Boston or Philadelphia. By either, whatever. They will not. I don't think they're going to get up to 6 spot. They'll get to 7 or 8. Lose to one of those teams. Ted and Tommy will say, well, we fought hard and we got, blah, 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 and they'll just make up some bullshit. Here's the thing. This is the reason why I don't want this to happen. They don't have any room to do anything. That's why you need first-round picks.
Right.
Like, you have no money. So your goal, if I have this correct, is to make the playoffs, re-sign Kuzma and Porzingis, then how the hell are you you're just bringing back the exact same team next year.
Yeah.
How are you how are you building around that if you have no young talent outside of I'll give you Denny? And also, before we anoint Denny, let me see more than 5 games of it, okay? Give me like a 20-game sample. I know you don't agree because you are the Denny lover, but you know what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to start, saying this dude is really part of the future until I see 20 games of him doing this. Okay. If he does it for 20 games, okay. But again, how are you building this team if your goal is to just be the 7th seed and you lose your first round pick? Now again, we know Tommy can't draft, but at least we need another cost controllable player.
Right. We need to have a chance, right? Because it's not like Johnny Davis is going to do anything.
I'm resigned to the fact that they're going to make the playoffs. It doesn't matter. Because there's so many teams that are towards when it gets February and March, late February, they're going to start tanking for Wembanyama and Scoot Henderson, and the Wizards are going to be everyone else is going to zig, and the Wizards are going to be nah, we gotta get that 39 win mark so we can get that,
We gotta get to one game over 500. We can do it.
Yeah, it's just. Look, I don't agree. I don't know. Do you have anything to add to this? It's just.
Well, I think those are all valid points. They are only 3.5 games out of the 6th seed.
Great.
And it's.
Go ahead, defend Tommy. I know.
No,
you think Tommy's?
No, I think they're in a tough spot, and it's really good. They're really going to count. They're really hoping that Kispert learns how to play.
He's not. By the way, watching Kispert play, he is so bad on defense. He is a Steve on defense.
Yeah,
he is horrific. Am I wrong?
No, and
if he's not, other than this, if Kispert's not hitting threes, what is he doing? What does he do?
He's a younger Bertans.
He's better than Bertans. At least has some athleticism, but he brings nothing to the table if he's not hitting his threes. But go ahead. I don't know.
Looking at their roster, you have to imagine that their plan is hope, and the hope is that Porzingis, Beal, and Kuzma stay healthy. Denny continues an upward trajectory. Kispert develops some sort of defensive prowess and hits shots, and then you're able to re-sign Goodwin to a normal deal.
But listen to what you're saying. We're hoping this. We're hoping this.
I'm saying the plan is hope, which is not the best plan in the world, but the plan is hope.
Ever.
Yes. Yeah.
Jack, you can't do
And then maybe Johnny Davis learns how to play.
Yes,
That's it.
I get it. They look better. They've looked better the last 2 weeks. But my God, you need a first round. You need a first round pick. You need another one. Since we whiffed on Johnny Davis, I don't care what the guy brings. We whiffed. That's a whiff.
Yeah, he's got nothing.
Already traded Rui Hachimura. You whiffed on Isaiah Todd.
Yep.
And he was an early second round pick.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear, well, hopefully Kristaps Porzingis plays, 70 games. Okay, that's what you're putting your hopes and dreams on with this team?
Yeah.
Hopefully Bradley Beal doesn't get 5 hamstring pulls a year.
Mm-hmm.
But hopefully
it's all hope.
I don't know.
The team doesn't have enough to rest on their laurels.
Again, you have no way to build this team. You have no way to build this team, especially if you don't get the first round pick. You have no way. You don't. I
don't disagree with you.
What? So next year you're gonna be like, oh well, Johnny Davis got to incur a redshirt year, so next year's his first. No. It's just whatever, man. I'll watch games still just because it's whatever, but I'm resigned that they're gonna make the playoffs with 40. They'll win with 40. They'll get somehow, because their schedule's so easy. It's the 4th easiest schedule in the NBA. They'll get to 43 and 39 and maybe get the 7th seed or something. I don't know. I don't know. So whatever. It's just a joke.
Yeah.
Sure, Ted put out a full page ad about how great they are too.
Yeah, why not? Who cares? It doesn't matter.
It's frustrating.
It's not important.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Not important. Aware. Tell me about you were mentioning something about your football team doing something.
Oh yeah, yesterday was ACC football schedule release day. I know nobody gives a shit about this. I did because I just want to see where the games were and when they were playing them. So I think FSU kind of got a. I mean, everyone always says whenever they release a schedule, they're always like, "Oh, you got a raw deal." You got. I mean, it. Basically, I'll know where Florida State season is going to go by the end of September because we play LSU to start the season, which we already knew. But then we play Clemson at the end of September. So like, if we go 3-1, like if we split the LSU and Clemson games, we have a shot at the playoff. If we go 2-2, our goals are going to be the ACC championship. If we're somehow 4-0 and beat Clemson at Clemson and LSU, then I can really start thinking about making a run at the playoff. So that's cool, right?
Yeah, I think that's great. And you got a Heisman candidate quarterback, which is fun to have.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a terrible schedule. Like, it's not. I will say this, if you're a student, and like our home schedule sucks. So if you're a student and you not the best home schedule.
What sucks about it?
We had to give one up because of the LSU games in Orlando. What do you mean? Tell you about it? I mean, I guess the best game at home is Miami. But like we play Miami. I think we play Duke, Southern Miss, North Alabama, Syracuse. I forgot who I'm. Oh, Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech, maybe.
Yeah.
And somebody, and that might be it. It's just not a good. It's not a good home schedule. But it came out yesterday. Amazingly, the AC Network did a 2-hour show of it. I did not watch a second of it because I don't care.
Yeah.
I just want to see like, okay, cool, we're playing these teams at this time. So that's all.
Let's see, the Maryland home schedule is pretty nice. Do you want to hear about it?
I guess sure. Why not?
Well, the preseason is highlighted by home games against UNC Charlotte, which is great. Get the in-laws to come into town, and UVA. Get Steve to go check it out. And then at the end of the year, in November we got Penn State and Michigan.
That's not bad. Yeah,
it isn't too terrible.
That's two teams that are going to be in the playoff race too. So
yeah, and then we get to end the season as usual playing Rutgers, which is the way you want to end the year.
As always. Yeah. So that's that. So yeah, I don't know anything. I don't know if there's anything else to discuss. Damar Hamlin is alive, so all the conspiracy theorists who thought he was dead, sorry.
Why would someone think he's not alive?
You didn't see that? That was like that was like how the right wing always comes up with like some new conspiracy theory bullshit. They thought that after Hamlin was at the game, they said it was like a deep fake and it wasn't really him. So that was cool. And then he did the video or something.
Okay, but why? How does it benefit anyone to pretend that he's?
Well, so they could blame it on like COVID, saying that like COVID killed him or something.
I'm confused. Why? Okay. Why would it matter? Why would it matter to anyone if he was pretending to be alive? Like
they were saying that he was dead, basically. That this was not a real.
The crazy people.
Yes.
But why would someone fake his survival? I guess.
I don't know. Ask the Republicans.
Like, it doesn't make sense. Like
ask the right wing why they do. Ask the right wing why they do what they do.
I mean, I guess in theory, the only thing would be NFL doesn't look bad that they killed someone.
Sure. Something like that, yeah. I don't know.
People. You saw the various Twitter fights I was getting in today.
I did. That was fun.
Those people are the dumbest.
Well, there's a lot of dumb people in the world.
I think no one should have to wash their hands. It's overrated.
Yeah, it's so stupid argument. Like, you can't win with these people. Like, they just live in such a weird bubble. Like, your girl Carrie Lake still says like plan A is for like me to win. It's like, bitch, you lost.
Yeah, it's over already.
My favorite thing about the Republicans is they always say how we're bad sports and like we don't like right? Don't they always say like
you're cheating?
Right, we're cheating, and like just take your loss. And yet, anytime they lose an election, somebody cheated. How I had 7 million people at my rally, and these people are all wearing Carrie Lake gear, and blah 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 blah. How did I not win? It's just they are the dumbest, and I don't know. I love when she was like, "Plan A is for me to win the election." It's like they've already sworn in the person who won. What is wrong with you?
It's already over.
I love my favorite. We're gonna go to the Supreme Court. Okay.
For what?
Like for what?
You can take a tour.
Like, they're not gonna what do you like? So I don't know what to do. It's just, oh my God. And then your boy Mike Pillow got 4 votes for RNC chair. So that's the shame.
Hey, Mike, everyone loves Mike. And you said Mike Pillow is going to be on the Jimmy Kimmel show. Is that tonight?
Yes, that's correct.
Oh, man.
But apparently he can't go into the studio because
he's unvaccinated. Or at least he claims he's unvaccinated.
Wow. Yeah.
So let me get this straight.
Yeah.
This guy had no problem smoking crack.
That's correct.
And probably shooting up his stuff, too.
That's correct.
But taking a medicine.
That's correct.
Or vaccine.
Yes.
That's what he won't put in his body.
That's correct.
Makes sense.
Correct.
Makes sense.
Yep. Well, yeah, dude. I know we always do our little political talk, but it's just every week it's just the same stuff, man. Every week is the same stuff. You know?
No, it's fine. It gives me lots of things for me to not harass, but argue with people on the internets.
It's fun for you, I know.
I like it.
And let's see, anything else? Oh, I guess one thing we can talk about, I guess Super Bowl wise, I think you're bringing back your little Super Bowl celebration. I think didn't I go to your house last year or no?
We came over last year.
I did, so I guess it's going to be a repeat.
We had the inflatable football stadium. We filled with a bunch of food.
Well, this week I guess we're doing it again this year, so
yeah,
that'll be fun. We'll have to decide the menu. I guess we can discuss that.
Yeah, we got like a week and a half to work it out.
I know. I figure like we just do what you do for the Super Bowl. Like you don't need don't not change it up, but don't rock the boat. Like just don't get anything crazy. Like stick to like the normal things.
Yeah, I was thinking like a bunch of different kale salads, and then doing some like fried tofu,
some hummus and some pita chip. And some
I do like hummus.
Chip.
Oh, we're gonna have hummus and pita chips,
kale chips? Mm-hmm. Kale chips, not potato chips. You want kale chips? I know.
I think that's fair.
We'll have to figure out the menu for that. So that's always fun.
Yeah. Oh, well, good. Yeah. That sounds fun. I'm gonna go watch the Terps basketball game.
It's just started. It is 9-7 Maryland. I'm just letting you know.
Man, neck and neck.
I mean, Maryland was favored by 3. I'm not surprised.
It's 7-7, right?
9-7. I'm watching the game live.
Oh, you're watching it live? I'm getting the stream a minute behind. Thank you very much. Thanks for spoiling it for me.
9-9. Trey Jackson Davis has got a layup.
That's it. Game's over. We lost.
Look, at least you At least you get to like meaningful games in March. I don't even get to do that.
Nah.
Well, you're on the bubble at least. Maybe.
If I know. I mean, I think the latest thing I saw we're like a 10 seed
right now.
Hmm.
When they literally, if they were doing like a resume of a bubble team, wouldn't it be Maryland?
Yeah.
Actually, no. I don't know. Do you have any like big wins?
Miami.
Miami's.
We actually have a number of good wins.
Okay. Well, the point is, this would be a big win for Maryland. This
would, for sure. You betcha.
So this will be a fun game.
We beat Illinois.
And
no, they don't. They're ranked 16th in the country.
Oh, at the time.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, this will be one of those games that goes. This will be one of those games that could really help Maryland's being like that play-in 12 seed. So.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I'll watch it as well probably. So while I'm watching.
Very good.
Yeah.
For Adam, this is Jack. This has been the Adam Gravitz Sports Show. Have a great night.
The Adam Gravitz Sports Show.